Hello Mouses! I was going to start today by saying thanks for keeping subscribed while I was away. I've been very ill for the last week or so, but I'm back now, and unfortunately I'm not going to be talking about that today. Maybe we'll talk about illness tomorrow or something like that. But today what I'm going to talk about is the fact that you may have noticed there are no adverts on these videos anymore, any of the videos that I've got in fact. And the reason is that someone has been using a bot on one of the videos on my second channel, and as a result Google have pulled all of the adverts. Now I've spoken to them and I've appealed, and they've decided that they're not going to do anything about it. They're just going to pull the account and say that I can't use AdSense anymore. So we have talked about unfair terms in contracts before, and this unfortunately comes up as an unfair term. I've looked into their contract and there's no way that this can possibly be legal, so I'm going to be taking them to court. And the reason I'm talking to you about this today is that I want to find as many people as possible who have had problems like this before. I want to speak to them and just get a general idea of how often this happens, because I know for a fact that it's happened to a few people before, and every time it goes to court Google seems to lose, but they continue to do it anyway. So I'd like to say that although I'm not the first this has happened to, I will do my best to make sure I'm the last. So I'd love to get a bit of information on how many people have had problems before, so that when I go to the judge at this court case, providing they don't try and settle out of court of course, but when I go to the judge I want to be able to give a set of data on just how often Google do this rather bad practice, because I was due for a check for money that I'd legitimately earned, but apparently I'm not going to get that anymore, so I'm rather annoyed. So of course, being a lawyer, I'm going to take this as far as I can. And like I say, I'd love to hear from anyone who's had a problem, because this is not acceptable under any circumstances. Okay, that's all I've really got to say today, because I'm very annoyed, so I can't really put together a proper programme without my annoyance getting in the way. So we'll leave it as it is. I'll say thanks for watching. I've been Kirk-Robinson. You've been watching a video. I'll see you tomorrow.